What is up there, everybody? Citrus Aviation here with yet another video, and today we have a model review of the Panda Models Boeing 737-700 in the Southwest Heart livery. This aircraft is an exclusive from the RM Model store, and he sold it in early 2021, and it's a really cool model, limited edition aircraft, and a highly requested aircraft. People have been wanting a Southwest Boeing 737 Heart for a long time, ever since the Gemini Jets 1 went out of stock more than 5 years ago. There has never been a 737-700 made the Split Scimitars. Yes, Panda did beat NG models to making the very first 737-700 Split Scimitars. Now, I will be getting my NG models 737-700 splits very soon, which I'm really excited about. But in the meantime, we have this here Panda 737. This aircraft you could buy on the RM Model store for about $45, which is about the same price as one NG Model's narrow body cost. So for that price, you are expecting a really high quality model. I do believe the Panda Models has delivered. Now, this is my first time trying the Panda 737 NG. I have tried their 737-400 before. This is my second attempt at having a Panda 737 NG aircraft. I do have a WestJet 737-600, which is quite a nice model. And I also have two DHL 737-400 from Panda, and they're great models as well. The model we are reviewing is one of Southwest Airlines November 963 Whiskey November, which is a 737-7H4 delivered to Southwest in August 2011. This aircraft came near the tail end of a large batch of Southwest 737-700 orders that was delivered in 2010 and 2011 as part of a major expansion. These were some of the first new aircraft that Southwest received to have a SATCOM onboard standard on the aircraft when they were delivered, and these aircraft were a significant part of Southwest's route expansion at the time. The aircraft was repainted into the Heart livery in August of 2018, where at the same time it also received the Split Scimitar upgrade to the aircraft as well, which increases the fuel efficiency of the aircraft type. The aircraft is currently in service and can be seen throughout the entire Southwest Airlines network. This aircraft does lack the detail that NG Models has, where it has the crease between the bin section and the main cabin, so that is a detail the fuselage is missing. However, it overall is a really nice sculpt and mold of the Boeing 737 aircraft. The Split Scimitars, in my opinion, are the correct shape and size, with the lower Scimitar being noticeably smaller than the upper one. Now, some people complain this is too small, but to me it looks about right. Maybe it's a bit small, but I like the fact that the size difference is very noticeable. I think that's appropriate, and I think Panda did a great job with that. Yeah, it's a bit too small, but I think it's correct. Another detail this model has I have never seen on a Boeing 737-700 model before is the underside of the fuselage detail on the wing section. We can see it looks like it has three separate levels there. Like there's the middle section being flat right in front of the stand hole, and then the two sections just to the left and right of it are slightly angled. This is just like the actual Boeing 737-700, as I'll show you here with a picture of Lone Star 1. Note the winglet section down there near where the main gear doors are, and you'll see it has the same like three-tiered slope to it. And the Panda Models version shows that, which I think is super awesome. No other 737 NG mold has done that, and Panda has done it. So, for the mold, this aircraft gets a 10 out of 10. Accuracy, it gets a 9 out of 10, as it is missing that little crease that the 737 NGs have, but other than that, it is basically perfect. The packaging on this model is fairly standard Panda Models packaging. There's nothing to complain about here, but there's also nothing super special. It just is packaging with some really nice box art on it, and therefore I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. The cradle does a sufficient job of protecting the model, but it could use some more protection, so therefore I can't bump it up to a 10 out of 10. This is not like the full foam protection that you get on some NG models aircraft. Now the paint on this model has been an area of contention. Please do not mind the fact that there was one giant hail in the middle of the aircraft. I do apologize, I didn't realize it was on there until after I recorded the video. Getting back to the paint is really nicely done, and it has a very light shade of the Southwest colors. Now this is easily the lightest shade for the Southwest colors I've ever seen, with their blue, their yellow, and their red, all three of these being the lightest on the Panda version. Now I should say that the yellow and the red are very close to that of the NG models and some of the more recent Gemini Jets colors, so I'm gonna say this color is perfectly correct. The blue that I've seen is lighter than on any Southwest Airlines model I've ever seen, and I really like it. I think it's a super vibrant blue. However, I do think it is slightly too light for most conditions. Yes, it looks great in broad sunlight. This is about how it would look in broad sunlight. However, I think in most situations it's a little bit too light. Therefore, I'll have to remove just one point for this. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. I think it's still really nice. I just think it's slightly too light, but I do think overall the color is correct. The gear on this model are, well, just typical gear. There's nothing really too surprising and nothing disappointing. It just has the detail you expect it to, and it does seem to roll sufficiently fine, so I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10 with the gear. For the aerials on this model, there are 5 aerials. There is an antenna on the lower section of the fuselage near the front, below the front bin number 1. There are 2 antennas on the rear section of the winglet, which is really nicely done. Good thing that Panda is showing that detail. NG is doing that as well. There is 1 antenna on the middle of the aircraft on the top, and then there is a SATCOM box near the back of the aircraft on the top as well. This is an excellent set of aerials and exactly the correct amount for the Southwest Boeing 737-700, and therefore I give this a 10 out of 10. Features for this model is nothing really special. It just has rolling landing gear and a stand hole. However, due to a couple of like little inserts in the stand hole, you can't stick a stand all the way in it. I do believe it's supposed to work with a Panda Models specific stand. However, that stand isn't exactly available here in the United States. So I do have to take off a couple points for that, and I'm just going to give features a 7 out of 10. Perfectly acceptable, but nothing great. The wing and engine details. The wings are very nicely detailed on this model, showing excellent level of detail, and I do like the escape route details, which are really nicely sewn. The engines, which are CFM56 engines, are also nicely detailed. The only issue with them is that both of my engines on the model that I received are slightly tilting upwards just slightly. Therefore, I do have to take off 1 point in this segment, but these are really nice set of wings and engines that Panda has made. In the quality segment, we rate the quality of the model, and I did not have any issues with this model in terms of parts breaking. The only thing that I could notice is that there were a couple very small paint chips on the underbelly of the aircraft near where the gear doors are. I will also include the engines not being leveled in that point taken off, so the quality is a 9 out of 10, which is still an excellent rating for a model that's sort of the quality you expect from a model aircraft. The final category to rate this model is the collectibility. Now, collectibility basically has to do with desirability, how much people are willing to pay for it, how many were made. Now, I don't know the official numbers for this, but I do believe the release set is somewhere around 400 or so were made, so it's a fairly limited edition model, and a lot of people were not able to get it. I do know a lot of people did buy multiples of this aircraft. My solution was to buy this release of 963 Whiskey November, and the second release, which will be coming later. This model is though going to be very rare, and a lot of people are already spending $100 on eBay to get this model because there's really no other competitor to this model as of right now. Now, of course, that could change with a future NG Models release or Gemini Jets release, but for now, this is the only Southwest 737-700 splits you can get in the current livery. Panda Models knocked it out of the park. They did a great job of it, and therefore a lot of people are willing to pay a lot of money for these now rare models. Therefore, I'm going to give the collectability on this model a 10 out of 10. Southwest models always sell for big money, and people are willing to pay a lot for a good one, and this is a good one. Therefore, people will be willing to pay a lot for this good model. This model's final score is a 92 out of 100 on the Citrus Caliber score rating system, which means this model finishes in 9th position just behind the NG Models Delta CRJ200 in the Calm Air Wavy Gravy livery, and just above the NG Models Delta 737-800 in the Sky Team livery. This is an excellent model, and if you are looking for a Southwest Boeing 737-700 in the current livery, this I think is the best one you can get. Otherwise, you have to look for the Gemini Jets model or the Air Classics version, which don't have split scimitars and aren't as good of models. And if you're looking to get one of these and you want to be able to get this release, there is a second release coming in a few months, so maybe stay tuned for that one, and maybe you can snag that up on eBay or at our model store if he has like restocks or something like that. Alrighty, so that is it for this review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I want to thank you all for coming along on this journey and watching this review. I hope it helped if you are looking to make a decision on whether or not to buy it. I do recommend this model with a full recommendation for me. Anything with a 90 or above is a recommended model for me, so I definitely think it's worth the price to pay for it, and I think you will really enjoy the model. So that being said, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and God bless you.